Texas League Baseball is next. And we'd like to welcome you into our broadcast on this Sunday afternoon. And now the star of the show, Jonathan Baker. Well, happy Sunday afternoon, everybody. We are ready to go as Game 6 of our 6-game set between the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks and your San Antonio Missions. Well, after today, Missions on the road, they head up north to Wichita. Corpus Christi goes home to take on the Arkansas Travelers, starting off a Tuesday through Sunday series there at Bayfront Park. Missions back home on Tuesday, May 28th, taking on the visiting Frisco Rough Riders in a 6-game set. And gotta say, pretty good on that one as well. Well, we are joined here in the booth by my partner, Bob. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, John. Thank you for having me. Well, I gotta say that last night's ball game, a final score of 10-3 as San Antonio took Corpus Christi down to the dry cleaners. And boy, that was just one base hit after another, couple of close calls. And I gotta say, it was an amazing game. What a blowout as we getting this one done here today. Well, I gotta say, John, San Antonio needs this next win to tie up against Midland. And so far, I hope today they'll get the job done. So, gotta say, much needed work for San Antonio. Is there a game and a half against the Rockhounds? Midland still stays in that first place position. And San Antonio trying to get in and try to tie up in the wins on both sides. Gotta say, 24 wins for the Rockhounds. 23 winning last night by that final score of 10-3 in that one. Well, I gotta say, Bob, that was just one heck of a ball game last night. And so far, one more as we get things started here this afternoon. And gotta say, it's pretty good as we got a pretty good home crowd, a beautiful Sunday. Few clouds from time to time, a little hot and humid here at the stadium. And gotta say, we are 12:45 coming into this broadcast time, and first pitch is 1 o'clock here today in San Antonio. So, one more game as San Antonio taking on the neighbor team, Corpus Christi. And so far, we hope that another win is about ready to come into place here today. So, anyway, we'll be right back right here on our pregame show. And today, proud sponsors is Petco PetSmart, West Creek Trail Rides, proud sponsor of Missions Baseball. And gotta say, pretty good sponsors as we're all new except for the new one that we just got. That is West Creek. And you can find those people at 151 and Wiseman Road and West Creek Oaks Drive down on the right-hand side, and the ranch will be right there on the right. So, pretty good ranch to go out, ride horses, have a good time on a beautiful weekend or weekday. So, if you want to go out, please make sure that you go out to that ranch and have a good time to ride horses. Well, we're back in just a few short moments. We got our conclusion of the pregame show coming up, and so far, our final score last night, 10-3, as San Antonio wins the 23rd of the season, and we'll see what happens in this one. So back from Missions Baseball. First pitch coming up right after this. Dr. Pepper is our proud sponsor of Missions Baseball. Thursday nights at home is Dr. Pepper Value Night. As with $2 Dr. Peppers all night long. Flying chanclas as well. Don't forget that Friday is Dr. Taco Bell Value Night Thursday, Dr. Pepper Friday night, as Flying Chanclas take the field on those two nights, as the Missions are at home. And pretty good right there. Well, first pitch of the ball game, straight ahead, and we are taking you down to the field right now as we get this Sunday afternoon ready to go. And boy, what a beautiful day it is. So first pitch coming up right after our proud sponsor of West Creek Trail Rides. Well, a right-hander, Lake Bacher, getting the start for this Sunday afternoon. What do we know, Bob? Well, gotta say, he is one of a strong-armed in the prospects organization. And so far for the Padres, he could be a handcraft fast thrower in this one. Well, Jesus Bastidas coming in for Corpus Christi. Okay, yeah, we're going pretty good on our live stream, so that's good. Well, I hope everybody can hear us. And three magic words, let's play ball, is the first pitch thrown in there for a code strike, and it's 0-1. So far, pretty good, as we are 1 o'clock on this afternoon, as a lot of fans coming in and joining in with us. And here's the pitch. High fly in the air, and that one is out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Bastidas, as he's a leadoff hitter for Corpus Christi. The 0-2. High fly in the air. Valenzuela, the catcher, camps under, and he'll make the play for out number 1. The center fielder is Jordan Brewer. Brewer coming in, ready to go. And a pitch. Right there and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Here's somebody in the crowd just booing their head off. Kind of funny when you think about that. Yeah, I gotta say, John, a lot of bad calls by the umpire here, but evidently it's his decision whether he calls those balls or strikes. It's not our job to say otherwise. Very true, Bob. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Here's a pitch. And that one's going to be hit high in the air, and that should be extra bases. And around first going to second, and he's not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's in there on a 1-out triple. Boy, what a great play that this guy for Corpus Christi has, and he is really just getting around the base pass, and he's at third, standing strong and straight up there. High fly in the air. Howell in pursuit makes the play. Here comes a runner, and in to score for the Hooks is the runner at third, and they will get up a 1-0 early lead for Corpus Christi. And now the next batter, Justin Durden. Durden coming in, ready to go, and he's going to hit that one also, a high fly. And that one's going to get extra bases. And that's a 2-out double right there. Boy, and these boys, I think they are just sore after losing that last night 10-3. And so far they're going to try to make up that game or 2 games they lost due to San Antonio winning all those runs. That's for sure, Bob. Kennedy Corona comes in as he'll take in a strike, and the count now 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count. Final game of our 6th game against Corpus Christi, a 6 against Wichita. Starting up Tuesday night there at the porch. And that will do. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head for the bottom of the 1st when we come back, and Corpus Christi up 1-0. Back here for more right after this from our proud sponsor of Dr. Pepper. We now head for the bottom of the 1st right here on the Missions Baseball Network. And we thank you for coming into this ball game. And so far, gotta say, Bark in the Park Sunday on the ranch itself. 25 horses, evidently, but we'll say I was out there yesterday. They are losing 1 horse. I think a horse is sick. And evidently, I think that horse is going to need to be put down and stuff. Yeah, I gotta say, that's pretty tough when you have to do that and put a horse down and just say goodbye to it, because I think its time is near. Yeah, for sure. Well, bottom of the 1st inning for the Missions. And we have Jimmy Endersby today, right-hander for Corpus Christi. Will be on the hill for the bottom of the 1st inning. And the left fielder, Corey Howell, stepping in now. As we're about ready to go. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be lifted right there. Line drive up the left. That's a base knock. Boy, he just comes out of the bullpen and immediately hits that one right there. And that'll bring up Clay Dungan. That one high in the air, up to left. And that will be out number 1. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Joshua Mears. Mears coming in, ready to go. And that's going to be line foul, and the count now 0-1. So do believe we have a booklet that'll tell you about our home games. And right there and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hopefully everybody can hear us in the broadcast. We are back to using our headphones. And that's right there, line drive. That's a base hit. And now 1st and 3rd as the Missions now having the tying run 90 feet away, so a base hit will get the tying run in. That one hugs the line, and that's a fair ball right there for San Antonio. First baseman Michael De La Cruz coming in, ready to go, and that one is fouled off, and the count now 0-1. 1-0 Corpus Christi in this ball game, but that looks like it's soon to change. Runner at third and first. And that one down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one. And that's going to be line drive. That's a base knock. Run in to score from third. And we are tying up at 1 and 1. Boy, so far it is getting pretty interesting in this last meetup game for a little while. Evidently, between these two neighbor teams. And that one right there in the end, 1 ball and no strikes. Graham Pauly, the third baseman, looking to do more damage with a base hit that will knock in another run, possibly 2. And that one right there, down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get down extra bases. 1 run scores, and that's going to be a over the fence for a ground rule double. Boy, it could have been at least 2 more runs, but evidently that will put the runner at second and third now. And now Kai Murphy. Murphy coming in as he takes a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's going to be right there. Run in to score as that would be a ground ball sacrifice. And it's 3-1 Missions. Another runner out there at third. That's the potential 4th if second baseman Lucas Dunn could pull him in. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. The count now 1-0. Couple more weeks of school left for the youngsters. And don't forget, summer vacation is just a few weeks away for everybody that are in school, or San Antonio ISD and school districts. Summer vacation coming in, and join us at the ballpark this summer as we have baseball camp starting in June sometime. We'll let you know, or come by our box office to get a exclusive date on that. So far, you could come out and see the little leaguers playing their games right there at first, and that will do it. Well, for this half of the inning, 3 runs in to score. And it's on now to the top of the second. San Antonio up 3-1. We're back here right after this as Jacob Melton will come in to start up the top of the second for Corpus Christi. When we return, it's 3-1 San Antonio. Back here for the top of the second, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, gotta say we're on now to the second inning as Jacob Melton stepping up now for Corpus Christi. And the pitch. Right there and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Well, 6 games with Frisco. After that, 6 against Midland. Then our neighbor team, Corpus Christi, comes back. Starting on June 11th through the 16th. Another 6-game series with Corpus Christi. That one high fly in the air, and that will go foul. And the count now 2-1. Missions after that will head on the road to Amarillo. 6 games there at Waterridge Field in downtown Amarillo. And the 2-1. That one shot foul, and the count now 2-2. Coming back home, taking on the Rockhounds for a 6-game set. We head up to Corpus Christi to take on 3, and 3 here against Corpus Christi, so a split even 3s. 2-2. And that's right there. De La Cruz steps on the bag, and that's out number 1. 2 days off, Sunday and Monday, starting July 7th through the 8th. And then taking on 6 against Amarillo to wrap up the first half of the season. Mission start 9 games on the road, Arkansas and Midland for the second half in the leadoff 9. That's high fly in the air. Dungan hit the wall and makes the play, as that is out number 2. Missions return on July 30th through the 4th of August to take on the Frisco Rough Riders. Missions head to Springfield after that. And that's right there and in for a strike, and the count now 0-1. Springfield will be August 6th through 11th, returning, take on Amarillo the 13th through the 18th. Missions back on the road. They take on the Rough Riders there at Statesman's Park. And then after that, come back for a final 6-game meetup of the year between the Rockhounds. That is starting August 27th through the 1st of September. Then one more road trip of the season as San Antonio heads to DCJ Field to take on the Tulsa Drillers. Missions return one more homestand to take on the visiting Springfield Cardinals in a 6-game set. And then it'll be Texas League playoff rounds. And right there and inside for a strike, and the count now 0-1. There's your schedule as basically our home opponents. Frisco, Corpus Christi, Amarillo, Midland, and Springfield are our only opponents that we have left of this year. Now, hopefully in 2025, I hope that the schedule will be more and more greater, as we'll have more North Division teams, less than we do have the South Division teams. That one is popped foul. The count now 0-1. See, this year alone, we had Northwest Arkansas and Wichita and Springfield coming up for the first 3 North Divisions to ever come to San Antonio. High in the air, Ditter will make the play, and that would do for this half of inning number 2. 2.5 on this Sunday afternoon, and it's 3-1 San Antonio as we wrap up 2.5. Bottom of 2 coming up when we come back here in this Sunday afternoon matchup here this beautiful day. We're back here for the bottom of the second, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, thank you, Bob. Before we get started for the bottom of the second, we got your Texas League scores. And so far, we're starting up in Tulsa as the Drillers have a 2-1 advantage against Wichita, which that is pretty good for the Drillers for the meantime. Springfield, 5-0 against the Rockhounds. 3-1 San Antonio as they lead Corpus Christi. Just 2 runs. Frisco, bottom of the 4th inning, leads the Sod Poodles 1-0. And then top of the second, no score there at All-American Ballpark as Northwest Arkansas and the Travelers going head-to-head in that ball game. Well, we're off to the bottom of the second as shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter gets things started here. And ready to go as he takes right there in outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Up to center as the center fielder as he'll make the catch for out number 1. The catcher is a 9-hole spot, Brandon Valenzuela. Hey, you hear people saying, let's go, Brandon. Well, I say, yeah, let's go. That one right there and inside for a cold strike. It's 0-1. And right there in the end, 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of people would be chatting in the group saying, let's go, Brandon. And right there, 2 balls, 1 strike. And a pitch. Right there and inside. That's a count now, 2-2. Two and two. And that's lined right there. And he misses it at a second. Right under him as it goes. And that looks like to be an error on Corpus Christi. And I thought they would give him an error, but I guess not. So right there as he underhands it. And he gets a run out at second. And that is 2 away. And Clay Dungan coming in 0 for 1 as he flew out last time up in the first inning. And that one high fly in the air and foul. And the count now 0-1. And pitch out, nothing doing. So if you heard about our home opponents in the remainder of this year, Frisco, Corpus Christi, Amarillo, Midland, and Springfield. Line drive, extra bases, up to left center. That's a base knock. And that'll bring in a run. And that is a 4-1 San Antonio lead. Well, pretty good base knock right there, as that's really good for that RBI double. And courtesy of that RBI double is Whataburger, served hot and fresh 24/7 for all Mission fans of the great city of San Antonio. Center fielder Joshua Mears coming in. And the pitch. High fly in the air up to center. And that will do for this half inning. But one run in to score on a Clay Dungan RBI double. We're 2 innings complete here this afternoon, as San Antonio is up by 3 runs against Corpus Christi. It is 4-1. Top of the third coming up right here on the Missions Baseball Network, as Jordan Brewer leads off inning number 3 for Corpus Christi. Back here for more right after this.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brian Allwood.
Ball 1. 1-0. Nope, ball 2. 2-0. Hey!
Justin Durden.
Ball.
Know if anybody can hear me, but I think our microphones are having a little malfunction, but we will continue our game right here. 1 ball, no strikes. High in the air, up to left center. Mears will make the grab, and that ends the half inning. So 3.5 done on this Sunday afternoon, as it is a 4-1 San Antonio lead as they lead 3 in this one. Michael De La Cruz, the first baseman, will strike up, but we come back. It's 4-1 San Antonio. We're ready for the bottom of the third right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, we have the bottom of the third stepping in, Michael De La Cruz,
0-1.
as he'll take in a strike and the count now 0-1. Swing and a miss, get him down on strikes. Count now 0-2.
Ball 1.
And right there, ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's a 1-2. And right there, strike 3, right in the inside corner. And that's a strikeout for Corpus Christi.
The third baseman.
Third baseman Graham Pauley getting a standing ovation for earlier, had the RBI run batted in. 1 for 1 as he hits that one fouled off. And the count now 0-1. And the pitch. And he's going to blister that one. High fly in the air. And that one would hit the warning track as the center fielder will make the grab. And that's out number 2. Hi, Murphy stepping in. 0 for 1 to ground out RBI for the Missions here today. Pretty good as San Antonio up ahead of the 3 runs. And boy, as we saw last night, that 10-3 final could be a repeat of today. Well, I don't know, John. It could be the end of the ball game, and it could be a different score. Yeah, for sure. Well, that will do as we played 3 innings here on this Sunday. And we're on now to the 4th inning as Kennedy Corona will lead it off for Corpus Christi. And it's 4-1 San Antonio. And when we come back, he will lead things off in the 4th inning. We're back for more Missions baseball when we come back on this Sunday afternoon. We're top of the 4th right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Kennedy Corona stepping in as lead off the 4th inning for Corpus Christi. And the pitch right there and inside. That's a ball, and the count now 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch right there and in, and that'll even up 1-1. Yeah, about that horse that you were talking about, John? Yeah, what about it? It's kind of a sad story. Yeah, it is. I was out there at the ranch yesterday, and boy, this horse felt like he couldn't do anything. He was pretty much probably on his last day, or even his last days of being on this world. High fly in the air to the right fielder, Duncan, as that's out number 1. But so far, when a horse dies, I guess their time came. Because they die of old age or anything that could get to a horse, I tell you. It can easily happen if you're not careful. Yeah, I know. Well, Jacob Melton coming in as 1 away and nobody on base for the Hooks. And right there in the count now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike the count. Here's pitch. And right there, third baseman Graham Polly gobbles that one up. And that is out number 2 as Melton is out. Tyler Whitaker, the 7-hole batter, coming in. Ready to go the pitch. Fouled off, and he'll see a nuller. 0-1. High in the air, up to left, and boy, he blistered it. It's gone. It's out of here. And a home run for Corpus Christi will give them a two runs on the board here for them today. And they trail 2 against San Antonio, but still need a little more work to catch this game. Even get a win on the road before their 6 against Arkansas. 392 foot with a 97.5 mile per hour velocity. Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in as that's going to be high fly in the air. Howell in pursuit makes the grab, and that ends the inning. 4.5 complete, but another look at this solo home run as it will be a 4-2 ball game, but San Antonio still leads it 2 runs. Midway through 4 on this Sunday afternoon. Back for more when we come back. Second baseman Lucas Dunn will lead it off in the home half of 4. When we come back, it's 4-2 San Antonio. Well, we now start the bottom of the 4th right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, second baseman Lucas Dunn coming in as we're ready for the 4th inning. That one's high fly in the air up to right. That's a base hit. And boy, come out of the bullpen for this half inning. And shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter coming in as he'll take one down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Flied out in the second, 0 for 1 for Patrick Ditter today. 1-0. That one high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. When Corpus Christi come back to San Antonio on Tuesday night, June 11th. And I do see a night game for a Sunday night. So basically, we are going to have a road travel up to Amarillo pretty soon. That's right there up to right field. That's a base. Well, correction. No base hit right there. Caught for the out. I do apologize. I'm pulling your leg here today. Brandon Valenzuela. 1 for 1, single in the second. So it looks like we are going for a couple of night games. We have a night game on a Sunday. That is June 16th against Corpus Christi. And August 18th against the Sod Poodles and the Rough Riders. So we have at least 3 night games coming up. So Corpus Christi, Amarillo, and Frisco on those days get night games. So right there, line drive, that's a base knock. Now even for a Sunday, usually games are starting in the afternoons at 1 o'clock. And the next batter up is the left fielder, Corey Howell. First is second, 1 away. And that one is going to be high and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Four to 2 our score. Bottom of the 4th as San Antonio leads the 2. And that one is popped foul. And the count now is 0-1. Correction, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be line drive. And they won't get them, and no play as the bases are loaded, and the score's decision will be a base hit on the fielder's choice. So bases are juiced up now as Clay Dungan, the right fielder, coming in, as he'll take a ball in the count now 1-0. Boy, if the Missions could claim this game, it'd be a 3-game winning streak. And that's going to be right there, line drive. They get 1, but they don't get the other. A run in to score, as that will now make it a 5-2 San Antonio lead. So that one is well earned in that one. And now center fielder Joshua Mears, as he takes a ball in the inside corner for a count now 1-0. 1 for 2, single and a run. Runner at first at third, 2 away. And that's going to get line drive. That's a base hit. And in to score. It's a runner at third, but another runner gets on third. And now it is a 6-2 ball game for the Missions. Michael De La Cruz, the first baseman, coming in, and that's the line drive, another base knock. Run number 7 in for the Missions, as it is 7-2 San Antonio. Do you hear a pig in the audience, Bob? I don't know. Define that definition. I hear somebody say, "Wee!" Oh, I don't know. You're probably hearing things. Yeah, right. Is this ballpark haunted by a ghost? Oh, I don't know. It probably might be. Yeah, you're kidding with me, right? Well, that would do for the starter here. And so far in relief, Jairo Solis coming in for Corpus Christi. And so far looking pretty good in this one. Third baseman is Graham Pauley as he hits one outside. And the count now is 0-1. Right there and in, 1-1. Correction. That gum, I'm getting bad at this. No balls, 2 strikes to count now. Have to read the umpire, and he's holding up no balls and 2 strike fingers. And that will do. Well, that will end 4 innings complete here this afternoon, as it is 7-2 San Antonio as we conclude 4 on now to the 5th. And we'll be right back as CJ Stubbs will get things started for us. When we come back, it is 7-2 Missions. We're on now to the top of the 5th, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, CJ Stubbs will lead things off. Top of 5 for Corpus Christi. That one is high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. One 0. Right there in the end, and that will be 1-1. One and one. That one fouled off, and the count now 1-2. One and two delivery. Fouled off, and he'll see another one. One and two. And that's fouled off, and he'll see another. One and two, one more time.
That's a ball.
And that's a ball down and in, and that'll even up 2-2. Here's the pitch.
That's 3.
Swing and a miss. Get him down on strikes. And Blocker getting a strikeout.
Now back, the second baseman, Jesus.
Second baseman is Jesus Bastidas. And that is popped high in the air and foul. Well, the count now 0-1. And the pitch. High in the air, up to right field is Dungan. And he gets that to shy the warning track for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 12,
Jordan Brewer, 1 for 2, triple in the run in for Corpus Christi. pitch. Right there and inside for a strike. And it's 0-1. So we'll meet up with Corpus Christi again on June 11th for a 6-game homestand. And 3 more times in the month of July here in San Antonio. Right there, line drive, and that is passed to the shortstop, to the first baseman, Michael De La Cruz, as that ends the inning. 5.5 on this Sunday afternoon, and score is 7-2 Missions. We're back here with designated hitter Kai Murphy when we come back. We're back here for the bottom of the 5th right now in the Missions Baseball Network. Well, the DH, Kai Murphy, stepping in as he hits one to second. And that one past to first, and that is out number 1.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Lucas.
Second baseman, Lucas Dunn, coming in for the Missions. And the pitch. And that one is inside for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. And that's high fly in the air up to left center. And that is caught in left field for the out.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Ray Patrick.
Shortstop is Ray Patrick Ditter. Lined out last time up, 0 for 2. And right there in the end for a cold strike, it's 0-1. Of the first, 1 lone run in the second. Bottom of 4, 3 more come in for San Antonio. So pretty good right there, as it is a 7-2 ball game, and lifted high fly in the air up to left. That's a out right there. And that'll do for this half inning. So 5 innings complete, as it is still a score of 7-2 as we move on to the top of the 6th right after this. We're back here for the bottom of the 6th inning, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Bob, pay attention more closely. Top of 6. Oh, sorry. That's okay. Now you're getting as worse as me. Ryan Arias coming in as they'll take that one in for a strike, and it's the count now 0-1. On now for the 6th inning as Arias coming in. And that is popped found. The count now 0-2. And the pitch. That one fouled off, and the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. And that is fouled off, and the count still holding at 0-2. So come out to the ball game if you can. Because after today, Mission's on the road up in Wichita. Well, got next door neighbors headed home, back to Corpus Christi, taking on a Tuesday through Sunday against Arkansas. 1-2. That one is high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Would have been nice if we had a 6-game homestand starting Tuesday through the next following Sunday. But evidently the way our schedule looks is on and off homestands. Yeah, that's kind of sad when they just decide that a 12-game homestand for San Antonio will no longer be any more than this year. Well, except for a 9-game homestand with Corpus Christi and Amarillo, we'll say that the month of June, we are no North Division teams, neither in the month of July, but we go 3 up in Arkansas. We spend a weekend there and then head to Midland right after that. And then come home and take on 6 with Frisco, then go up and play 6 in Springfield. Come home, take on 6 against Amarillo, then go to Frisco for 6. And then Midland back home one last time in the meetup. And then head to Tulsa and play Springfield in the season finale. Nothing and 2. High in the air, and that was pop foul. And, yep, still trying to hit something. And a pitch. And that one chopped foul, and the count now still holding at 0-2. Oh, and 2. Swing and a miss. Get him down on strikes, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Kennedy Corona.
Right fielder Kennedy Corona. Strying up now for the hooks. And ready to go the pitch. That one popped foul, and the count now 0-1. Nothing and 1. Here's the pitch. Right there and in, and that's code strike. Could be Lake Bakker's last pitch on his end mound right there. And right there, strike 3. And that will do. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, it is 7-2 Missions. We're back here for the bottom of the sixth, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, bottom of the sixth for the Missions. Thank you, Bob, and take it kindly from here. Brandon Valenzuela stepping in as he takes a strike in the count now, 0-1. And the pitch. High in the air, popped up right there near the catcher. And that is out number 1.
The batter, the left fielder.
Oh, that's just a real bad shame right there. That was a high fly pop-up and infield fly roll could have been on that one. And that'll bring in the left fielder, Corey Howell, as he takes in a strike in the count now, 0-1. And the pitch right there, swing and a miss, strike 2. That one fouled in the way. The count now is still hanging on. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And out there to right, just shy of the foul grounds, is out number 2. So right fielder Clay Dungan coming in. So won't forget these 2 guys, Nathan Mortarella and Jacob Marcy. Called up during the series up in Frisco to join the Miami Marlins up there in Major League Baseball. Right there to first, and that will end 6 here today. Well, we got more baseball ahead as the 7th inning is coming up, and so far a few more of this homestand before we're on the road. So 7-2 San Antonio in this ball game. And Jacob Melton coming up as we start off the 7th. When we come back, and it is a 7-2 San Antonio lead. On now to the top of the 7th, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, as Jacob Melton comes in, ready to go is the number 6 guy. We're seeing a pitching change for San Antonio. And Javian Sandridge will be a first reliever here in the top of the 7th inning. Sandridge now pitching for the Missions. And a pitch. High in the air up to right field. Dungan camped under it. And that is out number 1.
The third baseman, number 13, Tyler Whitaker.
Well, Tyler Whitaker 1 for 2 with that home run he had back in the 4th inning. The pitch. That's right there and inside for a cold strike. And it is 0-1. Here's pitch. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get down for extra bases as both outfielders give a chase. And that's going to put a runner at third with only one away. So 1 out triple to Whitaker. Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in as he's ready to go, and so far the third potential run for Corpus Christi. And that is right there and in for a strike, and the count now 0-1. Single in the second by Sacco Jr. And that is going to be fouled off. The count now 0-2. The pitch. Right there, strike 3. Get him caught looking.
Now batting, the catcher, CJ.
Runner still holding off at third base, and that'll bring in the 9-hole batter, CJ Stubbs. Stubbs coming in, ready to go. The pitch to him, and that one's taken inside for a strike. And it's 0-1. The 0-1. High in the air. Howell in pursuit. Cannot get there, and they'll fall foul. The 0-2. High in the air, up to left. Howell under it, makes the grab, and that is out number 3. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head for the bottom of the 7th, so get up a stretch. San Antonio up by 5. So Joshua Mears will come in as we start the bottom of the 7th when we come back at 7-2 San Antonio. Well, we head for the bottom of the 7th, right here on the Mission Baseball Network. Well, bottom of 7, ready to go as center fielder Joshua Mears coming in. Line it drive up the center. That's a base knock. Boy, beautiful as it comes in all shapes and sizes. But it comes pretty good. Michael De La Cruz, the first baseman, coming in. 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 RBIs, a run as well. And a pitch. That one high and outside. It's 1-1. Jacob DeLabio and Max Roberts. Righty and the lefty warming up in the Corpus Christi bullpen. High in the air up to short. And that is out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Graham Pauley.
Hot corner third baseman Graham Pauley. 1 for 3, double RBI. Yeah, and hear a woman saying, get a base hit. Well, I say, let's go and get one. And she was right about that one. Right there, is that'll be a base knock up there to left field, and that's getting a runner in the scoring position. Now first and second. They'll go ahead and get your scores as that one down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. That one line drive, and that's a base knock. And that'll put the bases loaded second time today. Boy, it's starting to get pretty interesting. Lucas Dunn coming in as he's got a golden opportunity of knocking this one out of here. And that's going to be extra runs in. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And boy, that's going to be a 9-2 advantage. Boy, and I got to say, John, that one was whacked really good. Yeah, it sure was, Bob. And now Ray Gaither coming in as 2 runs in to score for this one with another 2 on base. And they pitch out, nothing doing. 1 ball, no strikes. I call this getting slaughtered in the meat house. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I know so. If you got to say that San Antonio's got all these runs in this series, boy, I'll tell you one thing. It's a real, I'm going to kill that cow in the meat house. Hey, that's how you get your perfect steak, don't you think, Bob? Oh, yeah. Steak, baked potato, a salad. Boy, I could go for that almost any day. Yeah, you're not kidding. We'll go ahead and get your scores in as we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-3, bottom of the 7th there at DCJ Field, Wichita. Up 5-3. And that's going to be a tie gap. Here comes the runner from third. And in is the runner. And boy, I think we're seeing a repeat on a Saturday night as we are seeing today. Boy, 10-2. And Brandon Valenzuela coming in. That's high fly in the air up to the left field area. And that will do for this 7th inning. Well, 3 runs in to score on a bunch of hits, no errors, and at least 2 left. We head for the 8th as it's 10-2 San Antonio. Jesus Bastidas will come in as we lead off the 8th inning for Corpus Christi, and it is 10-2. Well, we're back for the top of the 8th inning right here for the Missions Baseball Network. Jesus Bastidas coming in as we set for the 8th inning. And before we do, it is time to get our scores in. Wichita leads 5-3 against Tulsa. Midland is bottom of 6 as it is a 6-6 tie there in Springfield. High in the air up the center, that is up to Mears. So he makes the grab, out number 1. 10-2 San Antonio against the Corpus Christi Hooks. 2-2 tie, top of the 8th inning there in Amarillo against the Frisco Rough Riders. Top half of the 6th in All-American Ballpark, 2-0 Northwest Arkansas. The pitch. And that's going to be line drive up to right. That's going to be a base knock. And that's going to be a 1-out double. So far, got to say, a pretty good day today for San Antonio. They could get up here and win this one. 3-game winning streak in the possibility of today. Here's Brian Arias as he'll take one right there and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Corpus Christi down to their final 5 outs here this afternoon. In the 1-0. Pop foul, and the count now 1-1. One and one more time. And that's inside for a count now 1-2. Boy, if Springfield beats Midland, then it will be a tie for both San Antonio and the Rockhounds in the wins. That one fouled off, the count now 1-2. And the pitch. And that one fouled off, the count now still hanging on at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, we're back home to take on the Frisco Rough Riders beginning Tuesday night, May 28th through the 2nd of June. And starting off there in Midland. And that is going to be fouled off, the count now hanging on 1-2. We're back home on June 11th, taking on Corpus Christi, as I said. 11th through the 16th, another 6 games against our next-door neighbor, Corpus Christi. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. Runner from third comes in to score, and yep, there you have it, 10-3. And it is a repeat of a Saturday night ball game, and now a Sunday afternoon score. Well, Brian Arias getting in there, and Justin Durden coming in to get more in. And that's fouled off, the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Right there and inside. And the count now 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Get him. Right there as he chases outside the zone for a out number 2.
Kennedy Corona.
Kennedy Corona stepping in. Ready to go as he hits that one high fly in the air. Mears running after it and makes a play for the out. 8.5 complete as we are getting closer to the end of this homestand. And it is a score 10-3. Go back here for Morris. Will lead off the top of the batting order for San Antonio, Corey Howell. Left fielder coming up for the bottom of the 8th. New score reads San Antonio Missions 10, Corpus Christi Hooks 3. Well, we head for the bottom of the 8th inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, the left fielder Corey Howell steps in, ready to go. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll miss that one. And the count now 0-1. That one high in the air, up to right. And he'll rob that base. Whoa, wait a minute. Did he actually didn't get that one? I don't know, John, but we're going to have to review the footage on that one. They're calling a home run. Oh, man. Did he? Yeah, we got to see this one right here. Where was it? Oh, he missed it, so it's a home run. Oh, man. Oh. Well, San Antonio gets another run.
Nope, that's high.
And now new score reads San Antonio Missions 11, Corpus Christi 3. Couldn't even understood. I mean, kind of thinking my eyes were playing tricks on me and stuff. But anyway, I thought he caught it and robbed a home run from the Missions. Clay Duncan coming in and is ready to go. And that one's pelted high in the air. And that one's gone. Boy, 2 back-to-back home runs. And boy, this series closeout really start getting pretty good. As now it's 12-3. So 334 with 85.5 mile an exit velocity. Jacob Delapio coming in as he'll be the second warm-up for Corpus Christi.
Jacob Delapio.
And boy, I tell you what, the Hooks are down against it. They are 3 outs remaining. And no way to get caught back up. Right there to short. Shortstop will throw the first, and that is out number 1.
The first baseman, Michael De La Cruz.
Well, Michael De La Cruz coming in, 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a run in to score.
No.
And that is 1 ball and no strikes. Derek West and Max Roberts warming up in the Hooks bullpen. Boy, how much did we have here today? 12,000 in attendance? Well, looks like it. Packed house again. That one fouled off. The count now is 1-1. And a pitch. Right there and hits the first, and that is out number 2.
The third baseman,
Graham Pauly coming in, 2 for 4, double, single RBI. Boy, 3 outs left for Corpus Christi, but I don't see if they're going to come back at all. And that one popped foul. The count now 0-1. Boy, so this could look like a 3-game winning streak, and San Antonio heads to Wichita after this game here today. So a Tuesday through Sunday series there at the porch. And that's going to be high fly in the air, and that will do for this 8th inning. Well, 2 runs come in across the score on 3 base hits. And no errors, and boy, gotta say, that was pretty good. Well, we are the top of the 9th inning for Corpus Christi, as Jacob Belton will lead us off. When we come back, it's 12 12-3 in this ball game for San Antonio. Well, we're on now to the top of the ninth, right? It's Baseball Network. 0-1. Mission's winning this one, and so far, 3-game winning streak for San Antonio. That one is high fly in the air. Howell makes the grab, and that is out number 1. We'll stay with us a little bit longer as we'll give you your final runs, hits, and errors and finals throughout the Texas League. So far, thank you guys for joining in with us here this Sunday afternoon. 2 Sundays from now, we are back. We take on the Frisco Rough Riders. Our next Sunday game, which that is the first day of, or second day of June. A lot of graduates in our schools graduating for the high school seniors. So, gotta say, we will commemorate high schoolers on that Sunday afternoon ball game. Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in. He's the last man for Corpus Christi. Boy, gotta say, one more out to do, and this homestand is done. And that's right there, line drive, and that is up to the center field area for the base knock. Well, one more batter for Corpus Christi, and that is the catcher, C.J. Stubbs. High in the air, up to left center, or up and left, and that will do it. Well, I will say that this ball game is a 3-game winning streak. San Antonio winning. Final score 12-3.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours exactly. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, gotta say, San Antonio in a 3-game winning streak, as the Missions now head up and pack their things for a week road travel. Well, final score 12-3 in this ball game here today. Don't forget, we are back on Tuesday, May 28th. Taking on the Frisco Rough Riders in a 6-game homestand. May have to look at the book that I got. And so far, looking pretty good in that one. So Corpus Christi heads home to take on Arkansas. San Antonio heading up to Wichita. Not a bad idea, and so far pretty good on that. Amarillo heading off to Northwest Arkansas. Lucky Boys on Tuesday, June the 4th. Taking on the Tulsa Drillers. Yeah, we'll be 2 hours away from those two ball clubs. On that day, the Rockhounds taking on San Antonio. So we're going to go ahead and give you, it looks like our final line scores. Frisco up 3-2 against the Sod Poodles. So far, pretty good on that ball game there at downtown Amarillo. That is Wateridge Field. Too close to call there at All-American Ballpark, as Northwest Arkansas has 2-run lead against the Travelers. Score 3-1 in the top of the 7th inning. Boy, 10-6 Springfield against Midland. I gotta say that Springfield could lose or win this one, but we'll see what happens. So we are tied at match point against the Rockhounds and San Antonio Missions. So far, 25 even in the wins, 13-12 in the losses. So Midland 25-13, San Antonio 25-12, Frisco 22-16, Amarillo 16-22, Corpus Christi 11-27. But everybody will change. Springfield is 21-16. If they beat Midland, they'll be 22-16. And then we got to check on our last two. Arkansas, or Wichita and Tulsa, which those are too early to call right now. But anyway, we thank you guys for tuning in to this week. And so far, myself and Bob will be back in a week from now as we take on the Frisco Rough Riders, our next homestand. So yeah, hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see y'all when we get back in San Antonio. So, off to Wichita, boys. Let's go win some more up there. One more time, final score. Your San Antonio Missions 12, Corpus Christi Hooks 3.